Okay, last up today is defensive tackle Nyles Pinckney. Please go ahead with questions.
Hey, Nyles, it's Trevor Gross from CUTargets.com. How good did that fumble recovery feel on Saturday night? And, of course, clinching another trip to the ACC Championship.
I feel like that fumble recovery is kind of the cherry on top for me because I knew at that point of the game, that's probably one of the last few plays I was going to be in, especially after a game like that. Good, like we knew what hell coming into the game. We knew this was going to be either a punch on our ticket or like us getting ready for like a regular bowl, like a New Year's Six bowl. So it was like the cherry on top. Really, it was like a great feeling. Me and my teammates celebrating, especially just after all we've been through all season. It was just a great feeling.
How much pride do you take in the just your defensive performance as a unit as a whole on Saturday night, just holding them to the 10 points, shutting them out in the second half the way you did, especially, you're missing a couple of your starting linebackers and Landon Zanders was out, but still performed well as a unit.
We held each other to a standard. Like in the Notre Dame game, we had young guys come in, we held them to a standard, and I feel like that Notre Dame game helped those guys that had to come play this week. Well, last week actually helped those guys because they saw like you had to be ready. These guys prepared like starters every week. Coach V's on them, like they treat them like they're starters. We prepare like starters. We even like talk to them, let them know like anytime you could go in, and it's a big deal that we hold each other to a standard, especially against a good team like Virginia Tech, top 10 in the country in rushing yards. Just a great team overall, one of the best offensive linemen in the country. We knew it was going to be that what kind of game it was going to be coming in with they had multiple quarterback play, and they're all great quarterbacks, and then we knew it was great skilled players. So we knew it was going to be a challenge, and I felt like we handled it pretty well. Holding 10 points, that's a big accomplishment, and that's all you can hope for.
Nyles, does it feel a little bit different this year, just having the extra week off to prepare for the ACC championship, almost kind of like going into the playoff in other years?
Of course, because usually after we finish our last regular season game, we just like get ready. This is finals week, like we kind of fight with that. Also with getting ready for ACC championship. But I feel like it falls at a great time because guys, we can actually break our schedule around this week for guys taking finals and kind of like respecting like academics because Coach Sweeney's goal is to have guys graduate, and I feel like having us have time to take finals and do things like that, and then next week after this, all is straight. We can focus on Notre Dame and straight football, and I feel like that's a big thing for us. To just be able to have the guys come in, ready to come in, work every day, do what we got to do. And it really does have that kind of playoff feel to it. It's like just all football, actually, without school.
We know Notre Dame has a great offensive line, Niles. How I guess you played against so many great teams in your career. How do they compare to some of the best offensive lines you've gone up against?
They work well together. I feel like that's the main thing. They have just been with each other so long. They've had so much chemistry built. They know like how to like work off each other, make each other better. Maybe that one player has a bad play, but they make the guard makes up for the center having a bad play, and it makes the play perfectly fine. And I just feel like that's the main thing. Chemistry, after being together, those guys 3 to 4 years. That's what makes them really great. And also they're very smart, and I feel like we got to pay respect to them for that. And because this is really good offensive line.
Nyles, this is Grace Rayner from The Athletic. You know Coach Venables as well as anyone on this team at this point. Just how, I guess, intense do you think he's going to be given the extra time and the fact that this is an offense you guys have already seen once?
Well, Coach V, I feel like he's always intense. Like we're playing a national championship every week, even if spring ball all the way to camp, all throughout the season, he's intense. We're playing a national championship every week. Like he tells us, we got to play to a standard. It doesn't matter who the opponent is. He's going to be intense regardless. He's going to coach us like we got to go out there and win a game. It's a close game. He treats us like we're playing in the national championship. That's all I can say. And I feel like the intensity never changes. It's going to stay the same.
Hey, Niles, this is Todd Shaughnessy in Spartanburg. With Clemson going to the ACC championship game, almost being routine, is that how you feel about it? Or are you able to kind of appreciate it in the moment?
I feel like we appreciate it. Also, it's just like a great feeling because it's not easy to get here, especially with COVID and everything this year. We didn't know if we were having a season, so even having the chance to go to the AC Championship and fighting through what we did with adversity with COVID, injuries, certain guys being out, and just try to stay safe. And I feel like it's a great honor, especially this year, because you never knew what could happen. And still, like up to this point, we still got to be careful who we're around, staying safe. And I feel like it's all in the challenge within itself off the field.
Any other
Nyles.
questions for Nyles?
Nyles, I know you all want to win the ACC championship, obviously, regardless of who the opponent is. And ironically, this will be, I guess, the sixth different opponent you played in the ACC championship. But being that it's Notre Dame and their one and only season in the ACC, does that just add a little something to the just, I guess, pride that you guys have in being, a charter member of the ACC and having this independent football program come in and try to steal your trophy?
I don't see it as like a big deal in a way, because I feel like it's like they want to play football just like we do, and I feel like it's just they're a great team. They earn respect to everybody in the league coming in here for a year, and I feel like we knew what to expect. We knew they're a good team coming in like they are every year. We knew they can make a difference. They can make I feel like they can make the conference championship with any league if they because they're really just a really good team, and I feel like it's just a huge honor to be able to play them again, especially after losing them up in there in South Bend. And I feel like all we can do is focus on them and just treat it like any other AC championship, prepare the right way and be ready.
Have you made a decision about about next year and your future, or are you ready to make an announcement in that regard? Or are you still thinking about that?
Right now, I'm just focused on preparing for the AC championship and hopefully making a long run with my team to probably hopefully the playoff or a bowl game. And that's the only thing that's been in my mind lately.
Anything else for Nyles? All right. Thank you, Nyles. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Nyles.
No problem.